What's going on, YouTube? So today we are working on a Brady Bunch style collaboration between John Turner, our South Tulsa drummer, Matt Maxwell, who plays bass for us as well. But he has also gone out on tour, crazy, multi-talented musician. He's playing bass on this one, stupid good. His tone is just unreal. And then I'm tracking the guitar parts, so lead and rhythm, basing my parts on what Eric Gillette and I do live every weekend when we cover this song. I typically end up taking more of the kind of the funky lead parts, and he ends up playing more of the rhythm, kind of funky chord stuff. So all the rhythm stuff that I'm doing is based upon parts that he's written. I'm surely not going to play it as well as he does because he's just a beast and a monster. But hopefully you'll get a little taste of kind of how we spice it up on the weekends. I just finished recording the rhythm and the lead parts. It sounds super dope. I can't wait. I'm getting ready to sit down and mix the stems for the whole song. But particularly John gave me individualized stems for all the drums, so I'm going to mix that and get it sounding nice and beefy. I was going to put in the original stems for the song. I don't know how well that's going to work because the arrangement that we're doing is up a half step from the original, so if I have access to the stems, they're not going to be in the right key, and I don't have the pitch iLock with me. Anywho, we'll see what happens. I'm going to sit down and start working on this. So I'll take you along for the ride. Here we go. This is gonna be so freaking dope! Okay, so this is freaking awesome! I absolutely love when you get to put your own spin on things and kind of add your own individualized take to things. It gives me life, and John and Matt just nailed it out of the park. Nailed it out of the park? Knocked it out of the park. So, yeah, this is gonna be super freaking rad. Let's see if I've got the tools to pitch stuff a half a step. I really like Pro Tools for editing audio. It weirdly gives me life. Okay, got the stems. Stems. Cool. Okay, bass synth, sure. BGVs, BGV2, click, don't need that. Count, don't need that. Bye. EG1, 2, and 3. They gone. Guide, they gone. Track, they gone. Drums, they gone. Bass guitar, they gone. Okay, I think that sounds okay. Cool. So we're gonna be able to do this. So here's the outline of the project. So I have all the original stems for Life to Me. This is a LC original song. So that includes breakdown of the drums, the lead vocal, all the guitar parts, all the keys parts, the loop, you name it, the bass part. So what I'm doing is I'm bringing all the original stems into this project, and I'm going to remove the original guitar parts and the bass part, the drum part. So that way we're left with the essence of the track, but my personalized guitar part is not competing with the original guitar part. Matt's bass part is not competing with the original bass part, and John's drums are obviously not competing with the main drums. So, yeah. So, just finished up the first mix on the Brady Bunch style Life to Me guitar cover. Giving my ears kind of a break. I'm happy with most of it, but I don't know, the drums are not sounding kind of the way I thought they would. So, amateur engineer over here. So, I'm taking a little bit of a break. Yeah, and then I'll jump back into it, and then we'll get it finished up. So a little BTS on this cover. Let's talk about the gear I use to record. I'm using Filmic Pro, and I have a Filmic Pro remote. I set that up over here next to my iPhone so I could see what I was recording, make sure I was center frame in the shot and that everything looked good. So this is my Shure Alt-T Pro. Fantastic guitar. It's kind of like my first real nice electric guitar. I used it to track all the rhythm parts. I used it in this split position, which I think it's some type of like out of phase position between these, kind of like a Strat second position style thing. I'm not exactly sure on the pickup configuration. I just know I like the sound. Then we've got the Shure Custom Classic. So this is kind of my number one right now. 3 Thornbuckers. The bridge is a Thornbucker Plus. 5 ways, so typical Strat. And then when you hit this button, boo, it splits all 3, so you can get a lot of tones out of that. Yeah, it's super dope. So use that to track the lead part. Guitar tones brought to you by the Fractal X3 rig. This is my FC12 pedal board that I built. 2 expressions, so this one is always volume. This one is always wah unless I need it for something else. There's the Axe-Fx 3 rig that I built. We'll probably do a more in-depth review on that later. Fantastic piece of gear. Played analog amps for the longest time. And finally switched over to digital, and really glad I did. No regrets. Still love all the analog stuff, but the flexibility that gives me, and just fantastic tone. It's just awesome. Tracked it through the Apollo X8P, and that's the UAD satellite. I'm not processing it post. You're hearing the straight Axe-Fx guitar tone, which is kind of cool. Yeah, so that's kind of a rundown on the gear I used. I'm getting ready to edit the video together, and yeah, should be really fun. Hope you and guys enjoyed today's vlog. Make sure to like and subscribe, because YouTube algorithm, don't you know. That's it. We'll guys see you tomorrow. Bye.